A lady knight and a teenage girl are running down the hallway of an aircraft. Suddenly, some soldiers appear in front of them, trying to stop them. But the knight easily defeats them and continues running. The knight's name is Catalina and the girl's name is Lyria. They are trying to escape from the ship. Unfortunately, they arrive at a chamber where the captain of the ship is waiting for them. He is holding a device with a crystal inside it. It seems the device has the ability to control Lyria and it starts to hurt her. Seeing this, Lieutenant Catalina tells him to stop. Lyria has already suffered enough. Just let her go now, she says. But the captain refuses. Lyria is a valuable asset. They've spent too much time and too many resources researching her. Suddenly, the device starts to overflow with energy. The device and the crystal break, causing a huge explosion. It blasts a massive hole in the aircraft, and Lyria falls unconscious through the hole into the jungle below. Then we see a beautiful village where people are farming. Children are playing, and everyone is going about their work. Basically, everyone is living happily. A young boy named Gran is chopping wood. His friend Aaron asks him why he always does hard work, but Gran tells him it's a great way to build strength. He says Aaron should try it too or else he'll get weak. Then Aaron's father arrives, along with Vyrn, a small, dragon-like creature. They greet each other warmly. Suddenly, they spot a warship in the distant sky. An explosion happens, and something begins to fall from it. Gran gets curious when he sees the falling light, so he decides to check it out. Everyone warns him it might be dangerous, but he picks up his sword and rushes toward the place. Vyrn also joins him. They finally reach the middle of the forest. Suddenly, they find some pieces of wreckage from the explosion. Gran starts to worry. If a forest fire starts, it could be a disaster. But after walking for a while, they don't see any sign of fire. Then they spot a ray of light coming from near a shrine. Gran decides to investigate. As they get closer, they see Lyria lying there, unconscious. Gran quickly rushes over to rescue her. He checks her heartbeat and tries to wake her up. She soon regains consciousness, but immediately gets scared when she sees Gran. Gran calmly tells her not to worry, they're only here to help. Gran asks if she's alright. Lyria says she is, but her head feels a little fuzzy. Gran asks if she fell from the ship since he's never seen her before. Hearing that, Vyrn makes a joke. How could she fall from a ship? She doesn't even have wings like me. They all laugh a little and then introduce themselves to each other. Gran asks where she came from. Lyria says she doesn't remember much, only that she was in a dark room and then Lieutenant Catalina came to rescue her. As soon as she mentions Catalina, she starts to worry about her. Gran asks who Catalina is. Lyria explains she's a beautiful and strong woman who saved me. Gran nods, then we should find her together. But suddenly 2 soldiers appear and tell them to surrender. Gran realizes they're after Lyria. He quickly comforts her and tells her to stay behind him. Then he draws his sword and the fight begins. Gran easily defeats both soldiers. Then he turns to Lyria and says, let's go back to the village and prepare to search for Catalina. But suddenly one of the soldiers pulls out a flare gun and fires it into the sky. The flare reveals their location to both the enemy and to Catalina. The party immediately starts running as Gran realizes the flare will bring more soldiers to their location. He quickly asks Lyria who those men were. Lyria replies, they're soldiers from the Empire. Hearing this, both Vyrn and Gran become tense. Vyrn nervously points out, going against the Empire is a really bad idea. As they run, some soldiers begin to catch up to them. A little while later, they find themselves surrounded. But just in time, Catalina appears from behind and takes down 2 soldiers with lightning speed. Then, she infuses her sword with ice and slashes at 2 more soldiers, freezing their legs in place. Catalina turns to Lyria and Gran. Don't waste any more time, move now. And they quickly escape from there. They take a break to catch their breath. Lyria asks Catalina what their next move should be. She tells Lyria that they are going to escape from this island by a small ship, so she needs to hang tight a little bit longer. Then Lyria introduced Gran and Vyrn to Catalina, as they saved her life. So both Lyria and Catalina show gratitude towards them. Catalina introduces herself as the lieutenant of the Erste Empire. But Vyrn points out why the Empire is after them. Catalina doesn't share much detail. She just says it's because Lyria is a special girl. The general had locked her up for a long time, so she broke her out and ran from there. Hearing that, Gran tells them he will help them find the ship because no one knows the landscape better than him. But Catalina is concerned and hesitates because she doesn't want to drag these 2 in. But Vyrn says once Gran makes up his mind, no one can change it. So finally, Catalina agrees, and the continued running. Sometime later, they notice from afar that some soldiers have surrounded a man and his daughter. They ask the man if he has seen any girl with blue hair, but the man refuses. So one soldier tells him to take them to his village because they need more manpower for the search party. But the man refuses to do so, so they take his little daughter as a hostage. After seeing this, Catalina comes forward to rescue her. She easily manages to defeat some of the soldiers, and Gran comes from behind to finish the rest. Gran then tells the man to go back to the village and alert the villagers, and he will guide them to find the ship. Hearing this, the man tells him not to be a fool. He's playing with fire. But Gran ignores him, and they continue their journey. Catalina feels guilty because now the villagers also get dragged into this. But Gran tells them it's not their fault, so they don't have to feel sorry about it. While they are running, some soldiers are hiding with crossbows, prepared to shoot at them. But Catalina senses it in time, and when they shoot, she deflects all the arrows using her sword. Then their captain, Pommern, arrives and starts trash-talking like how Catalina thought she could escape by using the advantage of the landscape. Catalina then orders Gran to take Lyria and run from there. But they are totally surrounded by Pommern's army, so there is no way to escape. With Pommern's signal, a hydra comes rushing toward them and takes Gran, dragging him with it. It then throws him away and starts shooting fireballs at him. When Gran is surrounded, the hydra slashes with its sharp claw, breaks Gran's sword, and slashes his chest open, leaving him unconscious on the ground. Vuiren quickly come to wake him, but Catalina already understands he is no more alive. Captain Pommern then comes and again starts trash-talking, saying that the only one responsible for this kid's death is Catalina. And if she continues like this, the world would fall into chaos and countless islands, even nations, could be destroyed. But in response, Lyria steps forward and says there is no fault of Catalina or Gran, they were just trying to help her. So now it's time for her to help them. Lyria then goes into Gran's consciousness and tells him to use her power, then everything will be okay. She reaches out her hand toward Gran for him to hold. But in the process, Captain Pommern uses the suppression device to stop her and orders his soldiers to finish this nonsense. But out of nowhere, Gran gets up to his feet. He asks Lyria what happened because he's feeling something odd. Suddenly, the atmosphere starts to change. Lots of light orbs begin appearing from the shrine and rise up into the sky. In response, Captain Pommern orders the Hydra to destroy Gran once and for all. But both Gran and Lyria raise their hands to the sky. Lyria then uses the power of the Child of Flames of Darkness to summon the primeval dragon. Rays of light pour down from the sky, summoning a huge, gigantic dragon named Bahamut.